of class 11. Today we will be learning about nomenclature of aromatic compounds. So in our previous video we had learned about the IUPAC way of naming the organic compounds. Now we will be moving to the nomenclature of aromatic compounds. So aromatic, whenever we say aromatic, you have to remember that it is related with benzene ring. So this benzene ring, this is not a benzene ring. So here whenever you have this double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond and double bond, then this is the structure of benzene. Now since this double bond, this 3 pi bonds, they keep on resonating within the ring, it can also be written as this resonance of these 3 double bonds. It keeps on taking this, and that can be denoted with the circle sign inside the benzene ring. So the name of this compound is what? Benzene. Now in benzene ring, whenever you have benzene ring is present, whenever you have CS3 group attached to it, then this is what? This is named as toluene. Toluene. So here in this class, see, today these are like the alphabets, okay, for organic aromatic compounds. So you have to remember their names along with structure. This is toluene. So whenever you have benzene ring, and in that, if you have NH2 group, then this is known as aniline. Aniline. Okay? And similarly, benzene ring along with, say, any halogen, says chlorine, then its name is written as chlorobenzene. So its name is what? Chlorobenzene. If instead of chlorine, if you have bromine, then it will be bromobenzene. Similarly, if you have benzene ring, and in that, if you have OH group, then the name of this compound is phenol. It is what? It is phenol. Okay? So chlorobenzene, phenol, toluene, aniline, and similarly, if you have, say, aldehyde group in benzene ring, then its name is what? Benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. Similarly, whenever you have acid group, carboxylic acid group in benzene ring, then its name is what? Carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Okay, so these are the few aromatic compounds whose name you are bound to remember them. So in a question, if the structure is not given, if they say you carboxylic acid, then you should be able to write benzoic acid. This is carboxylic acid along with benzene ring. Therefore, its name is what? Benzoic acid. It's not carboxylic acid. It's what? Since it is present, if it was only COH group, then that would be carboxylic acid. Since it is present along with benzene, then its name is what? Its name is benzoic acid. Okay? Benzoic acid. So there are other compounds. Let's learn about other compounds, other more aromatic compounds. So, on your book, page number 12.32. Page number 12.32. Page number 12.32. You have different structures of aromatic compounds and their name. So here you have to go through this page number 12.32. 12.33, and remember the names of these compounds. Okay. Now similarly, if you have, say, this is benzene, and here you have CH3, this is toluene. Now, if suppose you have one more CH3 group in this compound, then the name of this compound will be 1, 2. Suppose this is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then its name is what? Its name is 1,2-dimethyl benzene. This as a whole is what? Benzene ring. And at one position and two position you have what? We have what? Therefore its name is now what? 1,2-dimethyl benzene. Okay? Similarly, if you have, say, instead of methyl group, if you have, say, C2H5, this is which group then? C2H5 is ethyl, so then its name would be ethyl benzene. Okay? And let's take some more example. Similarly, instead of, say, CH3, if you have any other group, like here you have chlorine, and say here you have chlorine, then you have to start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So its name would be 1,3 dichlorobenzene. Okay, benzene, dichlorobenzene. There are so many examples given in the book. Please go through it. Okay, and if you have any problem, you can WhatsApp me in our. You can ask me personally. You have my number. You can ask me personally there. If you have any confusion. So now let's discuss about hydroxyl derivative. Now, suppose instead of this, you have two different groups in the benzene ring. So CH3 is present as well as OH is present. So its name would be what? This as a whole is known as what? This as a whole is what? It's toluene. This as a toluene at two positions. So this is carbon number 1, this is 2. So at two positions what we have? OH group, that is hydroxy. Therefore its name would be 2-hydroxy. Toluene. Okay, 2-hydroxy toluene. And suppose you have this structure. Whenever you have OH over here, then it's phenol, as I told you. But instead of OH, if you have, say, CH2OH, then its name would be different. Its name would be what? Different. So here, while considering the carbon, see, whenever you have CH4 is methane, so from in methane, one of the hydrogen is substituted with this ring, and the other hydrogen is substituted with what? OH group. Therefore, now its name will be based on one carbon. This one carbon gives us what? Methane. Okay, and these are the substituent. These are the what? Substituent. This is substituent, and this is the functional. Therefore, its name would be what? Now, benzene ring, whenever it is written as prefix, it has to be written as what? Phenyl. So, phenyl, please remember, whenever benzene ring, this part is written at first, that is as prefix, then its name will be written as what? Phenyl. Now, this is alcohol. Alcohol with one carbon is what? Meth. Phenyl, meth, N, and what we have? Alcohol, OL. So therefore its name is what? Phenyl methanol. Okay? Phenyl methanol. Now let's discuss about ethers. Now, ethers, how are they named as? Suppose you have a benzene ring, and in that you have O, and here suppose you have CH3. Now this is ether. This oxygen is containing, is having carbon, is attached to carbon on both the sides. Therefore, this is now what? Ether. Now this will be written as this part. Okay, this part, one carbon is present, therefore it will be written as methoxy, and this is what? Benzene ring. This is methoxy benzene. Okay, please remember. See, whenever this ring is written as this suffix, it is written as benzene. Now, whenever the same ring is written as prefix before, then it has to be written as phenyl. This part you have to remember it. Okay, so remember it properly. So about aldehydes, we have already written benzene ring along with this aldehyde group is known as benzaldehyde. Now, suppose you have two groups, two functional groups in the benzene ring. Here they have given as benzene ring, and you have OH group, and you also have CH group. Then, here this will be written as what? The derivative, one has to go as what? One has to go as prefix. The other one has to be written along with the benzene ring as suffix. So here it is written as this. So we start numbering carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at 2 position, what you have? You have hydroxy. Therefore, 2 hydroxy. And this as a whole is what? Benzene ring along with aldehyde is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. Its common name is also named as saldehyde. Okay, it's given in the book. Saldehyde. Remember that. Now let's discuss about carboxylic acids, in which you have two different groups. So instead of CHO, if you have say COOH group, then this is carboxylic acid. Now here the number would be same. It will be 2 hydroxy benzaldehyde. Will it be benzaldehyde? It will be 2 hydroxy benzoic acid. This as a whole is what? This as a whole is benzoic acid, therefore 2 hydroxy benzoic acid. Okay, and its common name is also salicylic acid. It's acid now, therefore it's salicylic acid. You have to remember these two names, these are very important. Now let's discuss about acid derivatives. In the acid derivative, you have different derivatives of acid. What do you understand by derivative? Whenever you have say COOH in the benzene ring, this is benzoic acid. Now whenever this OH is replaced by different groups like say halogen or NH2, then you get the derivative of what? Acid, because those compounds are derived from this benzoic acid. Therefore, they are known as what? Derivatives of benzene. Now, whenever you have, say, this OH group of acid is replaced with, say, any halogen, here we are taking chlorine, then its name would be benzoyl chloride. You have to remember that its name would be benzoyl chloride. This part is benzoyl chloride. Okay. Similarly, if you have this compound and this is replaced with OH is replaced with NH2, then this is amine group. Okay, you have to remember this is functional group. This acid derivative is what? Amine, and its name is what? Benzene amine. It's what? This is benzene ring. Benzene amine. Okay, this is benzenamide. Similarly, you have acid and hydride. Acid and hydride is what? You have say acetic acid. Now we are discussing about acid and hydride. So acid and hydride is, you have C double bond O, C double bond O. Okay, this part is an anhydride part. Whenever it is bonded with say CH3CH2, then this is what? This is acetic anhydride. This is what? This is acetic anhydride. And hydride. Now instead of this CH3CH3, if it is attached to benzene ring, if it is attached to what? Benzene ring, then the name of that compound would be different. Suppose instead of this, it is attached with benzene ring, then the name of this compound is phthalic anhydride. Its name is phthalic anhydride. And hydride. We have to remember that this portion is the anhydride part. This portion is the anhydride part. Okay, so we have discussed about different compounds. Similarly, let's discuss about more these aromatic compounds. Now you have cyanide and isocyanide. So cyanide and isocyanide. Benzene ring, whenever it is attached with carbon and triple bond, here carbon and here you have N triple bond C. So see, their molecular formula is same, but their structure is different. Therefore, they are given as two different names. This is cyanide. Okay, this is cyanide. This one is isocyanide. See the bonding here is this carbon of the benzene ring is bonded to nitrogen. Here the carbon is bonded with carbon. Okay, this is the difference. So the name of this compound is benzonitrile or phenyl cyanide. The other one is phenyl isocyanide. This is phenyl cyanide and this is phenyl isocyanide. Okay, so in the book you have so many other compounds, and the next important compound is you have the structure benzene ring, and here you have what? You have this bonded with N2 plus Cl minus. Okay, this compound is very important. Okay, the name of this compound is benzene diazonium chloride. This is benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, these are the most important compounds that you have to remember. You have to learn them properly, and there are other important structures as well. Please refer to this page number that I have told you, 12.32, 12.33 and 12.34. And if any doubt, please let me know.